Stress is a part of life, for children too. In day-to-day life, with occasional instances of stress, a child's brain functions properly. They can think, practice self-control, are open to new experiences, and relate to other people. Children can often cope with more serious instances of stress, as long as they are supported by an adult they trust. At times of stress, the body releases stress hormones that trigger the fight, flight, or freeze reaction. The brain adapts within a second. The thinking mind is temporarily halted, and instinct takes over. Once the danger has passed or a child feels reassured, the stress system calms. Comforting a child effectively means you are trying to calm their stress system. The zone in which someone can cope with stress is called the window of tolerance in psychology. As long as the stress stays within this window, there is no issue and a person can function normally. However, if the stress levels become too high or last too long, the stress shoots outside the window. This happens to children more easily if there is no adult around to help calm them. An experience can be so dire that it provokes an overwhelming sense of anxiety, helplessness, and fear, causing a child to become traumatized. This can be the result of a serious one-off incident or a continuous unsafe situation, such as neglect or abuse at the hands of a parent. Chronic or continuous stress can, particularly at a young age, deregulate the entire stress system. That's to say that the system doesn't switch off. A child is then in a continuous state of alertness, so ready to fight, flee, or freeze. The stress system becomes so sensitive that it regularly reacts to situations that are not dangerous. In other words, a child is less able to cope with stress. Their window has shrunk considerably. The oversensitive stress system ensures that stress hormones are released at the smallest reminder of a trauma. This so-called trigger evokes a severe reaction. This reaction can go two ways. If a child experiences a so-called hyperarousal, their pulse rises, their body trembles, they feel pain and are irritable and become nervous. The child is emotionally and physically overwhelmed and behaves aggressively or fearful. However, the pulse rate can slow too. The child retreats, closes themselves off, avoids situations and seems unreachable, emotionless or passive. This is called hypoarousal. Whichever of the two the brain chooses, the thinking part of the brain temporarily closes down. A child can no longer think properly, learn, or manage their emotions. You can help a child growing up in stressful circumstances expand their window of tolerance again. You can do this by ensuring they know they are safe with you, and by helping to calm them in order to lower their stress. You can also help a child learn to recognize their own emotions, express themselves effectively, and calm themselves. This way, a child learns emotions are normal. They don't always indicate there's a threat. And so slowly but surely, their window can expand. The thinking brain can then function better, enabling a child to learn again, form new relationships, and develop properly.